ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Oh, may the divine lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the Sunday service of the Vedanta Society of Toronto. So, today's topic of discussion is on mind transformation. We all know about the mind and also transformation. Transformation is the change or metamorphosis that comes from inside. That's called transformation. So, mind transformation is actually trying to transform the mind from the present state of its vacillation, if it's seeing finding faults, attached to the things, to make it detached from the objects of the world, to be more pointed towards divine, to be more self aware and in search of the divine. That's called mind transformation. We look upon the world and behave with it according to the perception of our mind. Our mind is the main tool that makes us connect with the world. Not only it connects with the world, but it perceives the world as the quality of the mind is. So this transformation of the mind uh, can change the whole outlook towards the world, towards all human beings, towards all human relationship. So our mind, which is the only instrument that we have to interact with this universe, can tackle only problems we face in the world. So mind is very important instrument of ours. We have to be very careful in handling this mind. And as it is said in the scriptures, man eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoh. So mind alone is the cause of our bondage and freedom. Freedom is the joy of living. Bondage is suffering. So what causes that? Our mind alone. Mind alone lead us to spiritual illumination. Mind alone keeps us down, attached to the world. So that's what the mind is. In Bhagavad Gita also, Sri Krishna says that mind is your friend and is your enemy. Mind alone is your enemy. When mind is sees that everything outside is filled with mind is filled with impurities, then mind becomes enemy. When mind is purified, mind is your friend. Your friend mind makes the whole world your friend. If mind is enemy, your whole world is enemy. And that's why this mind is so important thing for us. So mind is a change or transformation. Transformation, what happens? It can happen in form or appearance or quality or characteristic of a substance. Now the mind has no form, no shape. There's no thing of changing its shape or form. But what is needed is change of the mind. Quality of the mind needs to be changed. So that's what is our main goal, that how to change the quality of mind that now we have to the mind that we seek. What then really is mind transformation? Mind transformation refers to a significant and often positive change in an individual's mind, set, beliefs, and perspective of the world. So this is how the change of mind is called mind transformation. So mindset is changed, for outlook is changed. That is so important thing. Mind transformation involves developing deeper understanding of oneself and of the world, leading to a more meaningful existence. It also means an emphasis on the importance of self awareness, mindfulness, and relentless effort. All this come under mind transformation. So change in our self-awareness, that what we are aware, we are not aware of ourselves. So it gives us to our self-awareness, and the way to self-awareness is mindfulness or always alertness. And what it does is how it this change can happen because of all our relentless effort. We always need to try without any vacillation or without any um, indolence. So alertness of the mind alone and the relentless effort alone can transform the mind. Who will do that? Our mind itself has to do that. So mind transformation includes understanding one's own thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Um, so the through the practice of reflection, meditation, and constant effort for improvement, assessment of one's present condition of mind, and the idea of the perfection are very important factors in mind transformation. We need to know what our present condition is, and because we don't have to say anyone, we need to know ourselves that whether mind is very it is jealous, it is greedy, or it is very attached. We can understand ourselves. We need to know the quality of our mind, a characteristic of mind now, and what we want to achieve. So that what we need to achieve after in the scriptures it is called the final and ultimate state of transformed mind is called sthita pragya, or it's called jivan mukta. By attaining sthita pragya, that state of stable mind or steady mindness. So by attaining that steadiness of mind, we want to experience jivan mukta, that is free while living, free while in the body. So that is what is the condition, that what is the aspiration that we have. What? Study your own mind and try to achieve the goal. So we'll talk about what is the ultimate goal. Ultimate goal is jivan. Ultimate goal is sthita pragya, steadiness of our mind, steadfastness of our mind, which leads to the jivan mukti, or ultimate state of perfection. Jivan mukti is perfection in the mind. So this is what is told in by all the teachers. When Holy Mother says, um, "Don't find fault with others, find your own faults," that means Mother asks us to understand the condition of our mind. So transformation will happen when we understand the mind condition of our mind, and then we try to improve it ourselves. So no other external factors. We ourselves will try to change, transform our mind to a better condition. To do that, find your own faults. Means we have a lot of defects. Mostly what happens, why mother says don't find fault with others, find your own faults. The problem is we always try to find others' fault, but we don't look into our own mind. So many faults are there. Unless and until we are aware of our own weakness, our own imperfection, then how will we try to make it perfect? And without knowing, and after we happens, we think we are perfect, we are all right, we don't have any defect. That's why we try to go when we have closed the door to see the defects of our mind. Then we start picking up the defect of others. So our search is there to find defects of the things, but we start seeing defect in others and try to make others better, or more than making others better, just we enjoy the defect of others. So that is not the process for our own mind transformation. So mind transformation is making our mind fit to understand the reality of what the world is, what we are, and what is our relationship with this world. Trying to see the divinity all around. That is the perfected mind. So that is what our goal is, which is called Jivan Mukti. And when Holy Mother said that, don't find fault with others. That is our goal. When we see divine everywhere, then we don't say fine. But to do that, we have to know our own state of the mind, try and work upon it, give effort on it, and by that effort on our own mind change, mind transformation, we can achieve that state when we do not find any fault with others. How? By seeing the divine everywhere, by seeing God everywhere. When our mind is purified, then where is fault finding? You don't find fault outside, you clean yourself inside. So that is what is called Jivan Mukti. Swami Vivekananda said about the present state of our mind, how our state of mind is. Our state of mind is like a monkey, says Swami Vivekananda. Monkey is and not monkey by itself insane with ignorance. Monkey is so restless, so our mind is restless. It is full of ignorance. It has no knowledge. However degree we have studied, all comes under ignorance because we have not understood the divinity of the soul, the true nature of our self. We have not understood anything of it. So we are in deep ignorance. And when the mind is in ignorance, it is restless. It understands everything in a wrong way. So, like a person in moha or delusion, like that is our state. We are all in delusion. So, mind is like a monkey, so it is insane and it's full of ignorance. And not only it is restless and full of ignorance and jumping like the monkey, but that monkey mind is has drunk wine. And not only that, it is so much restless. Then somehow a scorpion has stung that monkey, very much restless. And after that, overpowering, topping all those, it is caught by a devil, caught by devil. So it becomes so difficult to control this mind. What are the thing? Mind monkey by itself restless. It has drunk the wine of desire, never ending desire. I want this, I want that. So that is, desire is always there. It makes us more restless. And there is the scorpion of sting of the scorpion, that is, it is filled with jealousy. Anything it sees good of others, it says, oh, why he, why she, why not I, why not me? Like that happens. And something happens wrong to you, why me, why not they? So, like that is the condition of the mind, always filled with I and you, and trying to have all the happiness and all the possession in yourself, and others should not have that. So, if others have more than what you have, then you are filled with jealousy. So, feeling of jealousness is called being bitten by the scorpion. Now, this mind, which is a mind monkey, which is drunk with the wine of desire and bitten with the sting of jealousy, has been possessed by a devil or ghost. What is the devil? Devil is the ego. Ego, it is full of ego, is the ignorance. It doesn't know about itself. It makes itself very small, very different from what it is. So all that makes the mind the condition of present mind. So this mind has to be tackled, says the mind transformation. Understand the mind, then find out the goal, where you want to go, and then work upon it. So all this process makes mind transformation. So, how to control such a mind, such a difficult mind? How to transform such a mind? Mind control and mind transformation are the same, similar things. When you control the mind, you have already transformed the mind from the present condition of monkey to a Buddhahood. It has become from a monkey to not only its ordinary human beings, it has evolved to the state of Buddhahood. So, control of mind is that transformation of the mind from animal to human to God. So, that is what is called control of the mind or transformation of the mind. How to control such a restless mind? Sri Krishna, while teaching to Arjuna, says, please try to have self control or mind control. Transform your mind from present state of restlessness and seeing all wrong ideas, having the wrong ideas, to have the right way, right thinking. So, for that, it says, control your mind. Mm. And Arjuna says, "You ask me to control the mind, but I think controlling the mind is like catching the breeze, controlling the moving air. So, how can I control the moving air? It is uncontrollable." So, Sri Krishna said that to Arjuna, "You are right." Arjuna, Sri Krishna agrees to what Arjuna said. "You are right. It's very difficult to control the mind." But he says, "But it can be done. It's not impossible. It's difficult, no doubt. You need a sadhana or practice to control the mind. But mind can be controlled. How it can be controlled? He gets two suggestions, two advice to control the mind. It says, by practice and detachment. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihate. Now, practice to control the mind is very important. To know that, you should be always aware how your mind is working, how it's getting caught into anger or into jealousy or into greed, so into attachment. All that is the mind gets into, and you have to withdraw the mind from that. So practice is needed to control the mind, to transform the mind. And with that is needed vairagya. Vairagya is detachment from the world. Having wrong understanding that world is able to give us the happiness that we seek from our childhood. If we get that, we'll be happy. If we have that, we'll be happy. Like this idea after a mature person should not have. Nothing in the world has the capability or the capacity to give us the happiness that we seek, the ultimate happiness, which is without any sorrow. Sorrow will not come. So the world and worldly things have no such no power to give us. We have to understand that much. When we have that understanding about the things of the world, then it is called vairagya. You don't seek happiness outside. Where do you seek happiness then? Within yourself, within the Atman, you seek the happiness. Everything is within you. All joys are within you. So search inward, go inward, and try to find the joy that you were searching. In one of the Upanishads, they say, it is said, Paranchi khani vetrinat swambhu tasmat parang pashyati nantaratman. The God has made senses outgoing, mind outgoing. That's why people don't look inward. They only look outward because that has senses have been made that way. And when they try to find the happiness in the outer world, that is how it is directed. But few wise person who really want the bliss of the self and the peace of the Atman, they turn their senses inward, they turn their mind inward, try to find all joys in them, and they will find the peace. Tasmat parang pasyatinantaratman kaschid dera pratyagatmanamekchan avritta jakshu amritatvamichan. They turn their senses inward. That is the practice of transformation of the mind or the mind control. So that's what we understand with the control of the mind. Many scriptures say that mind is something, if you have not studied your mind, there might be many things. You should be aware of your mental state and don't get into the mind. Mind tries to go out and it deceives us so many times. It just says, show the thing in the world which are not that way. Like glitters, that Shakespeare said, all that glitters is not gold. So things glitter, and mind says, "Oh, that is shiny, that gold. Grab that," says the mind. But you have to be careful about the mind telling you all fancies, all that looks like that, but it's not really that way. As Shankaracharya in Viveka Chudamani, um, he advises the seekers that be careful about your mind. If you listen to whatever the mind says without putting your discernment there, without putting your power of intellect there, and whatever mind says you follow that, then you will not succeed in the spiritual life. And he compares mind with the tiger. Mind is like a tiger that is roaming in the forest of sense objects. So it is roaming there. And if you go there, it will prowl upon you. It will it will jump upon you and will devour you. So be careful, beware of your mind going in the forest of sense objects. It has to be tamed, it has to be taken away from the sense objects. When it is in the forest, the tiger is very powerful, and the tiger is instead of giving you the right path, it will prowl upon you. Mano nama mahavyagro vishaya ranya bhumishu charatyatra nagachantu sadhavo e mumukshava. So don't go there. Don't give up to your mind uh, as it is in the present condition. Transform it, control it, and then your mind will be framed. Then it will not roam among the forest. Then it will not devour you. Rather, it will become your help. Mind, the tiger mind will become your help if it is purified. O ye aspirants, says Shankara and Viveka Chudamani, beware, there is a terrible tiger called mind prowling about in the forest of the senses. Keep away from them. From them means from the sense objects and from such mind. From the sense objects, we can keep away if our mind, we don't allow our mind to go to the sense object. For that, mind control is needed. For that, transformation of the mind is needed. Mind should not seek happiness or pleasure in the things of the world. That much training is needed. So that type of mind doesn't become the tiger roaming in the forest. So tame the tiger, let it not roam in the forest of sense objects, and then it will not prowl upon you. Then it will not jump upon you. Then it will become like your friend, like your tamed pet. Make the mind pet, then there's no fear. Making the mind our friend or our pet is what is called transformation of the mind. The world is a mental, it is a mental constitute. It is a fantasy of the mind. Where is the waking world when our mind is busy in dreaming or in the deep sleep? We see the world as our mind makes us see and understand. So this is how the mind is. Whole world as we perceive is because of the mind. Says Swami Vivekananda that a saint sees the whole world as divine, whereas an evil person will see the whole world as a verily work of devil, all source of suffering. So that's what a person of imperfect mind sees. When Buddha says that there is suffering, the first truth is there is suffering, and that is the truth, he says. So for whom he said there is the suffering is there? For untrained mind, for uncontrolled mind, for untransformed mind. He says for most of our mind, he says that suffering is a reality because we interact with such mind. And all his Astanga Marga, what he says, how to remove the suffering and enjoy the bliss of the knowledge, is what is called transformation of the mind. All that, how you see the world, that totally changes. We see the world according to mind, as it is said, the world is world as it is. But our perception is so different. One person comes, one sees that it is very nice, say, that person is good. Another says, oh, that person is so selfish, so self-centered, so greedy. All that person, another person sees his or her own mind into the person that is observing. So observance of the world is according to our own mind. Um, the world is simply X plus mind. That's how the world is. It is simply something plus our mind. Whatever mind tries to show, that we see the world in that way. In our daily waking state, we are awake and we interact with the mind, the world appears. Now, what happens when we sleep and we are in dreaming state? Whole world has changed. We are just in a dream world created by the mind alone. And mind interacts and world is forgotten totally. What is the world at time? Whatever is created by the mind. And when we are in deep sleep, all they merge together. There is no mind working. Mind is now in lumber. It's a slumber. It's not working at all. So mind's work is suspended. So our work, as we see, is because of the mind. Mind is the thing that shows us the world. As the mind shows us the world, that's how we see the world. The world is as it is. It's like a X, unknown thing. But all the understanding and knowledge of the world is because of our mind as it is. So by transforming mind, we can change the whole perspective of the world that we perceive and consequently change our reaction to it. The problem is something we see in the world, X plus mind, and by that observance, according to our mind, we gain something, and then there is a reaction from ourselves. And upon the reaction, things depend. When someone sees, a person, like our behavior, you see, our behavior also depends on our reaction. So something happens, and we start reacting to the world in different ways by different people. Same incident, some person reacts very strongly, very rudely. Other person tackles it very nicely. What is the difference? Difference in the makeup of the mind, who will react to the person that it sees outside or behavior of the person that is outside. Why should we get angry? So anger is deadly sin, as it is said. It hurts us, it hurts others. So if we could control our anger, so controlling anger depends on the quality of our mind. So the reaction of our mind, we get something, and reaction may not have not to be always same for whatever information we get in through our mind. So this reaction, change in the reaction depends on the quality of our mind. Our mind's quality has to be transformed to a better quality. So to do that, we have to be watchful of our mind. When the mind knows that it is being watched, it will not do the wrong things. So we need to always have a watch upon the mind, always seeing how mind is reacting, how it is treating, how it's feeling about others. And when we see the mind is being watched, it will not throw thoughts that will be not conducive to our spiritual growth, that will not be conducive to our peace. So that sort of thoughts will not come. Only those who help us to become spiritual, those thoughts will come. So think your mind and always think about your thoughts, what type of thoughts you are thinking. Whenever we have thoughts, wrong thought about others, and whenever we have we know about the people that we see many defects in others, so our thoughts are not going right. So that time we have to try to find that our mind is not working, it's in a very basic state. So that mind has to be changed. So that's what the changing of the mind is. uh, Old impressions in the mind can be curbed by ignoring them and not letting them get strength by allowing the mind to dwell on them. So that is very important. We have samskaras, many thoughts come, many desires come, but we can control those by not letting those thoughts, whenever come, just let that go. Don't hold on to those thoughts. And when those thoughts come and go, it will have no effect on our mind. Otherwise, in our samskaras, maybe some thought that are not conducive may arise in our mind. But those has to be ignored and passed as quickly as possible. Not holding upon that is very important. So this is what the mind control is. Controlling the mind from letting it go to unwanted path and channelize it to the new path leading to purity, selflessness, fearlessness, and love is the real mind transformation, making mind pure and devoted to making mind pure by worshiping God, by being divine, by your prayer, by meditation, by reflection upon what you have worked whole day. That's how we come to the mind transformation. And that is possible for us. Let us try to practice and change our mind from the present condition to a purer mind, to a saner mind, to a better mind, to a more spiritual mind. That's what Swami Vivekananda said. To change, transform mind, he said, transforming oneself from the animal to human to divine. When we are divine, that's called Sthita Pragya Lakshana, or the person of a realized, so mind of a realized soul, and that is called having the Jivan Mukti in this world. So let us all try to transform our mind and make it purer and better. As Holy Mother said, begin with don't find fault with others. Don't enjoy finding fault with others. And whenever we start criticizing someone, when we start finding fault with others, we have to be very careful and stop that ever there and slowly try to find no fault with others, but try to find our with ourselves. Finding fault with ourselves is the first step in transforming our own mind. Thank you very much for the Sunday service of the Vedanta Society. So we'll meet next Sunday. We'll meet again together. So next Sunday is actually we have a retreat by Swami Sarvapriyanandaji at the Sindhi Gur Mandir at 9 a.m. We are supposed to be there. So be there and we'll enjoy wonderful talk by Swami Sarvapriyanandaji next Sunday. Thank you very much for joining today's Sunday service online. Bye for now.